Are you over 40 and you avoid people and you don't really know why? Well, I can't tell you why you avoid people, but I can tell you the reasons why I avoid people at 46. Let's talk about it. First off, I want to start this video off by saying that I have a genuine love for people. I love people, right? But I find myself avoiding people for many reasons. And in this video, we're going to talk about the reasons I avoid people. And it's not really a bad thing. You know, avoiding people at this age, 46, I don't feel like I'm old at all. I don't feel like it's too late for me to be the millionaire that I will be. But I avoid people. And when you cross over a certain age, you have to. You have to. So let me start with the first reason that I avoid people. And I have some notes over here because I don't want to forget anything. The first reason I find myself avoiding people is because my time is important. You know, one thing that I noticed being 46 is when you look online and you start to see, you know, people that you grew up with that are your age that are literally checking out of here, passing away, you know, with heart disease and, you know, stress related illnesses and, you know, just aneurysms and, you know, just a lot of things that you feel like as a young 40-year-old or 46-year-old, you know, you shouldn't be seeing this many people check out of here. What it makes me realize is, you know, once you reach your 40s, you don't have time to play around no more. You don't have time to play around with people. You don't have time to, you know, literally, if you think about it, you know, what they say is, via stats is, the life expectancy for most people is around 70 years old, right? So if that's true, and I'm 46, that means I only have 24 more years, if that's true, right? And I know that's depending on how I take care of myself and, you know, other factors as well. But I don't have time to play around with people. I don't have time for that. You know, I have time to be able to make sure that the steps that I make right now, the things that I do right now in my life counts. I don't have time like I did in my 20s and my 30s, you know, throwing stuff up against the wall. And if it didn't work, so what? No, everything I do now has to be calculated. So the first reason is because I value my time. Let me show you how to make money online like this. Now, if you want to make your first $500 online, and I'm going to show you for absolutely free, click the link in the description and I'll show you how to make your first $500 online while you sleep, even if you just started today. I'll see you there. The next reason I find myself avoiding people is because I'm prioritizing my health. One thing that I'm noticing about a lot of men specifically over the age of 40, they don't want to work out. They don't want to eat healthy. And they literally want to stay in the house watching sports all day, eating fried chicken, and not being active at all. One thing that I've always had a problem with, right? And I'm not trying to be funny at all, but one thing I've had a problem with is when I see someone younger than me and they got to get out the car like this. And, you know, like, what are you doing? You know, you're 35 years old and you got to get out the car like you're 93? Like, that's something that I always told myself, never, man. I prioritize my health. That means that how I eat. I work out 5 days a week. But also prioritizing your health also has a lot to do with the relationships and the people that you spend your time with. I prioritize every part of my health, my mental health also. So that also means I watch or I make sure that I monitor what I put in my brain. I am no longer sitting down watching hours and hours of reality shows. I'm never sitting down watching horror films or anything that just doesn't help me at my age of 46 be able to, you know, do the things that I need to do. I don't waste time with none of those things. But that's the second reason why I avoid people, prioritizing my health. Next, and this is a big one. Most people my age don't want what I want. You know, most people that are in their 40s, most people that are 46, they've already given up on life. They've already accepted that they'll never be able to make more money. They'll literally die broke. they're gonna stay and remain alcoholics, and they're just gonna live their life, and whatever happens is what happens. I don't live my life that way. I don't live my life that way. In fact, I'm 46, but I feel 26. I feel 26, right? But what I mean when I say most people don't want what I want, when it comes to personal development, I'm always, every single day, studying something to make sure that my mind is learning, growing. When I'm in the car, I replace rap music. Not saying anything is wrong with rap music. Not saying anything is wrong with music, period. I'm a musician. You see the keyboard. You see the speakers. I love music. But the message in today's music will poison your mind. So I make sure when I'm driving, I'm listening to something positive. I'm listening to Les Brown. I'm listening to Jim Rohn. I'm listening to something that's going to take my mindset to another level. Next, I take action. At the time of me recording this video right now, I'm not getting the views that I feel like I deserve. But guess what? I'm not looking at that. I'm not even thinking about that. I'm taking action. Most people my age would have given up a long time ago. People in their 40s, they give up too quick. Why? Because they've tried a lot of things in their 20s and 30s that didn't work. Or some people try one thing in their 20s and 30s that didn't work, and they're done forever. That's not me. Most people in their 40s don't want what I want. I believe that I will be a millionaire, period. Period. It's going to happen. Regardless of what, I'm making right now, regardless of what, I want right now, it's going to happen. And when you have a belief like that in yourself, you have to avoid people. You have to, which brings me to the next reason. People got issues. People got personal issues, personal problems. There are people that are not mentally, what's the word? They don't have all of their floors, or what is the saying people used to say? Like, it's not all there. But there's another saying that people used to use. I forgot. People have personal issues. I don't like to even deal with or even talk to people that always want to tell me their problems. I don't want to hear your problems. I don't want to hear them. Your problems are your problems. And to keep it real, to be honest, I'm glad it's your problem and not my problem. But see, a lot of the problems that people over their 40s have is, self-inflicted. It's self-inflicted, right? And I don't want to be a part of someone else's personal issues that they have, that they've had since birth. Their mothers or fathers talk to them a certain way. I know a grown man right now who walks around. He is older than me, 49 years old, walking around still mad at his dad because his dad didn't tell him when he was younger that he was going to win, that he was going to succeed. How are you 49 years old holding on to that? That's not hurting your dad. Your dad has probably passed away. It's hurting you. So people's personal problems, I don't have time for people's personal problems. I don't. Not in my life. I don't have time for that. I just don't have time for it. So, now next, here's a big one. Jealousy. There's a lot of people that are around you when they hear you talk, when they hear the things that you're doing, when they hear or when they see you doing something, people get jealous. People do not want you to win. That's something that I had to learn the hard way. Me being the person that I am, I wanted to always, when I was younger, I used to be a people pleaser. I would try to please everybody. I would do everything that I can, go above and beyond to please other people. Now, I'm not pleasing you. It's not my job to please you. It's my job to please myself. It's my job to please my wife. It's my job to please my family. And even the line is drawn there. So people are jealous. People are jealous. They're jealous of you, especially when you're the type of person that they see taking action on something that they wish they had the guts and the heart to take action on. People are jealous. They're jealous. Next, unresolved issues. There are a lot of people that have unresolved issues from childhood, from, situations that they've been through. I don't want to be a part of someone else's unresolved issues. I don't want to be a part of it. You know, I hate having conversations. And literally, when I see someone in the store or something like that that I haven't seen in a long time, I am very, very, very particular about how I move. When, you know, my conversation with other people is like this. Hey, how you doing? You good? Okay, hey, have a good day, man. I'm moving on. Because I know if I stay there, you're going to talk about your wife. You're going to talk about how bad your kids are. You're going to talk about how your car just broke down. You're going to talk about all of this stuff that I don't want to hear about. I don't want to process in my mind your problems, your unresolved issues. I don't want to process them. So I avoid people. I avoid it. And it works for me. It works for me. The next reason I avoid people is because literally at 46, man, I just want peace in my life, man. I want peace, love, happiness in my life. You know, or I have peace, love, and happiness in my life. I don't have any crazy situations or crazy people in my life. I don't. Because I don't have time for it. I don't have energy for it. And I'm not going to put myself in a place where my peace is compromised. Never. Never, ever, 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 ever. Never. I'm going to make sure that my life is always peaceful. Anything, any situation, or any person that I don't want to be around, bye-bye. Period. That's why I don't have friends. I don't have friends. And we'll talk about that in a minute. Next, I don't trust people like I used to. You know, once you get 46 or over your 40s, you've seen a lot of things. You've seen things that's happened in your 20s. Actually, you've seen things that's happened in your teens. You've seen things that happened in your 20s. You've also seen things that happened in your 30s. You are not going to let anything happen to you in your 40s because you've already seen. And I know, man, like, I believe that I drive my kids crazy with the way that I think sometimes because, you know, they'll be all excited to go to a house party and like, yeah, I want to go to a house party. My first thought is, I remember when I went to a house party and they start shooting and somebody standing next to me got shot and killed. Don't go to a house party. Don't go to a house party. Now, as a parent, I want my kids to avoid all of the negative situations that I had to deal with. And that's the reason why I don't trust people like I used to. I don't trust situations. I don't trust anything like I used to. I trust me. I don't trust outsiders. I don't trust people because people don't have your best interests at heart. And if you're in your 20s and your 30s and you haven't learned that yet, you will learn that. Keep living. Keep living. One thing my grandmother used to say, you know, keep living by and by or something. Or if you haven't learned that yet, keep living, because something she used to say, I don't know, you know. Next, it's draining entertaining people. It's draining. It's draining. You know, imagine this. You're 46, 40, 41, 42. You're in your 40s. And you have 10 friends. When their birthdays come around, they're expecting you to be there. When their kids' parties are come around, they expect you to be there. When they retire, they expect you to be there. When they have anything going on, any type of events, any type of house meetings, any type of anything, barbecues, they expect you to be there. I don't need to be there. I don't want to be around you. I don't want to, you know, entertain people. I don't want, it's draining. It's draining. You know, like I hear conversations that my kids have, right, with their friends. And, you know, I'm hearing my daughter hearing someone cry on the phone because she didn't show up to her birthday party. I'm like, see, that's draining. That's draining. I don't want to have a conversation with a grown man and he's asking me, hey, where were you at on Monday? I was at home. I was at home being productive. Well, man, Monday was my birthday. I thought you would want to come out and have a drink with me. Let me just break this down. Me having a drink for you, what is that going to do for me? What is that going to do for you? You can have a drink by your damn self. What is you having a drink with me going to do for you? What is it going to do for me? It's a waste of time for both of us, right? So I'd rather not do it. And, that's the reason. It's literally draining entertaining people. Next, I don't like drama. I don't like drama. I don't like drama. That's the reason I stopped chasing women over 20 years ago. I don't like drama. It's drama being around a bunch of women, chasing women, because you got to lie to this one. You forget what you tell her. Then you got to lie to this. Man, I don't got time for that. I don't like other people's drama either. I don't want to hear about what's going on with you and your family. I don't want to hear it. Not because I'm a cold person, not because, I don't want to hear it. It doesn't affect me. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to be a part of it. Last but not least, and this is probably the biggest reason why I avoid people. Literally, the biggest reason. And that reason is because people don't take accountability for nothing. They don't take when you're dealing with someone that's in their 40s and they're still blaming everybody else for the life that they're living. Oh, I escaped that I don't want to be around that for 30 seconds, let alone a minute. I don't want to be around that for 30 seconds. You can miss me with all of that type of talk, When you get a certain age, specifically over your 40s, you need to blame yourself for everything. Blame yourself. If you're not making the money that you want to make, blame yourself. If you're not living the life you want to live, blame yourself. If you're not driving the car that you want to drive, blame yourself. If you're not with the woman that you want to be with or the man you want to be with, blame yourself. It is time after 40 to take accountability. Actually, you start taking accountability as soon as you realize or learn that you got to take accountability for everything. But this is these are the reasons why I avoid people. I don't like to be around groups of people at all. At all. I'm the person that if I was, for whatever reason, around a group of people, I'm standing by the exit door. So when I leave, nobody even knows that I'm gone. I don't like to be around people. I just don't. I protect my energy, and it's because the level of knowledge that I'm going for, the level of money that I'm going for, I can only communicate or be around people that's going for more or the same level of money that I'm going for. If you're not, I'm sorry. We can't be friends. We can't even be associates. I'm not the person. I don't like to waste my time with people that's not doing what I'm doing or going where I'm going, especially after 40. Now, hopefully you learned something in this video. Hey, like, share, subscribe if you like this video and I gave you something that that made you feel a certain way, made you feel good. Like, share, subscribe. I will see you on the next video. Peace.